Welcome to a Week 7 edition of Money Talks. I'm Jason Mezrahi, and I'm paired with the one and only David Meltzer, who's always on the road, always got to guess where he's at. He might be at a Blue Wire studio in Las Vegas. He might be in a suite at SoFi. But right now, he's actually in Indiana going to Ohio State game on Saturday, I believe. David, welcome to the show, man. What do you got planned for this weekend?
I'm so excited. I got the Barstool Sports with Portnoy. Him and I are going to his tailgate, and then we'll be on the sidelines at 7 o'clock here in Indiana for Ohio State, Indiana. I'm a big Ohio State fan. He's a big Michigan guy, but him and I share a lot of common interests together, and he's an extraordinary marketer, as you know. So I'm excited to be here, and it's Father's Day weekend. My daughter goes to IU, so thanks for asking.
There you go, man. So enjoy the game. I think it's a legal state out there in Indiana, so you can sprinkle a couple dollars. Most likely, I'm assuming you're going to bet with the boys and bet with Ohio State.
You
Well, let's
bet.
talk about some NFL Week 7 football. It's a big slate, but we're going to go in and out and be quick here. We're going to hit you with 3 games that we like that are approved by the one and only Stat Sensational. I got in his ear earlier today. I always want to check our bets to make sure we're aligned and given the best information as possible. The first game that I want to lock in with you, these New York Giants, they're playing at home, banged up. Daniel Jones is back, for the team, leading the team. Carolina looked good out of the gate, and Sam Darnold looked good out of the gate, but he's been recently really struggling, and we like the New York Giants plus 2.5 in this game. The over-under is 42. Should be a low-scoring game. We expect the Giants to win at home. What's your thoughts here on Darnold going against, back technically in his old stomping grounds, not going against a team that, let go of him. He already took them out. Now he's got to face the other team who he shared his house with in the New York Giants. What's your thoughts on the Giants versus the Carolina Panthers?
Well, just to put it into record, I only missed one game out of emotion, which was the Chargers last week. So I was
That
on
was tough,
fire.
man. That was
Yeah,
tough,
that's
man.
tough. And I think you guys are getting too emotional about the Giants because I think this is the best pick of the week. The Panthers easily will cover. I like the under as well. So rely on my boy coming back to his old stadium, performing. They are the better team. They may not have been performing as well as they should, but it's the Panthers. And if it was 3, I'd be not so fired up. But at minus 2.5, Panthers all day long. Sorry, Statsational. It's the Meltzer Sational here today. We got to go
Oh,
Carolina Panthers.
all right. Maybe we'll get some friendly bets. I'm going to bring John on here to talk some smack back to you one of these days. But I'm going to have to go with John here. I think Carolina's struggling a bit. Giants playing at home. They got to win a game one of these days. So 2.5 points. If I'm forcing my hand here, I like the Giants here. Moving to the second game, and this game looks like the easiest game on the slate for me. The Niners -4 at home against the Colts. I know Carson Wentz has looked good, but this 49ers defense has looked good, and they figured out ways to kind of hold down the fort, put up enough points to stay in every game. They played Arizona, the toughest out of any team out there. I think the Colts, they get knocked down here. And I know you're in Indianapolis right now or in that area, but can you back the Niners -4 at home in what looks to be a big spot for them going against the Colts?
I have to go with you guys on this one. I agree. This is another great bet. And the Niners, I think Indianapolis is being overrated at +4. And I like the over as well in this one. I know you guys didn't touch on that, but the Niners are building the momentum. They're looking really good. And I think, like you said, Wentz is not going to be able to hold up against that incredible Niners defense. I'm going Niners all the way. Agree with you guys. So we're 1 for 2 on the agreement status.
Yeah, one other bet that John hasn't talked about that I really like, I think you can get behind too. Our biggest bet last week were the Raiders bouncing back from Gruden, being out, beating up on the Broncos. That was a smash play. That was my biggest unit play of the entire weekend. Loved it last week. They're going against the Eagles this week at home, -2.5. Jalen Hurts has been playing well, but not really too much of a supporting cast out of Philly. Derek Carr looked good. I like the Raiders here -2.5 here against the Eagles. What's your thoughts, Raiders versus Eagles?
Because it's in Las Vegas, I think this is another good bet. I mean, it's strange that we have so many what I consider friendly bets, ones that are easier to call, that aren't so challenging. The facts all are underlying the Las Vegas Raiders winning this game by, once again, if it was 3, it gets a little bit more questionable. But at 2.5, that extra half a point and being able to win by that margin, I am with you guys 100%. Raiders over Eagles in Las Vegas.
So this one, I know you're going to have some trouble supporting this one. I think you might go the opposite way. If I know you well enough, and I know you keep on backing your boy Jameis Winston, Monday night, this is a game that everybody wants to get action on because it's just simply Monday night. But John loves, the Seahawks +4 at home. They hung tough with Geno Smith. They really tried their best, and Geno was in that game for pretty much 4 quarters here. I have to say he's looked better than Jameis Winston in his short sample size so far. He's got the better weapons, from a passing game, a little bit banged up at the running back position. But John likes the Seahawks +4. I back the home team. I back Pete Carroll. But where are you at with New Orleans? I know a little part of your heart is in love with Sean Payton and this Saints offense and Jameis Winston. So what do you think here about New Orleans going in Monday night against Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks?
Well, I'm not as confident as the other 3 in this. And if the Seahawks, were +2.5, I'd be all over the Saints. At +4, I'm all over the Seahawks, although I am not as confident as the other 3 games that we called. I feel as if the other 3 games, it comes these weeks, like last week, besides the emotional pick of the Chargers, I was very confident, and they weren't as easy on paper as these games are this week. So in a normal week, I would say, this was an easier game, but at +4 at home, how can you not take the Seahawks?
Real quick before we let you go, David, I know you got a big day ahead of you tomorrow. We're 6 weeks through the season right now. NFL futures for the Super Bowl right now. The Bills are favored +550 at the top of the list. Buccaneers still not getting enough respect at +600. The Chiefs, even though they're a 500 team right now, +700. Rams +850. Ravens are creeping up at +1,000. The Cardinals, the undefeated team right now, is still +1,100. Nobody's respecting Kyler Murray and the boys. Green Bay +1,200. Cowboys +1,400. After that, you're taking some dart throws on maybe like the Chargers because you're from LA and you like the team, but who do you think is the clear-cut best team right now in the NFL to make a wager on as far as futures go to win the Super Bowl right now if you had to put some money up?
Cardinals for sure. I mean, at those odds, how could you not bet on the Cardinals? Offensive, special team, and defense, knowing football so well. But I think you name 4 teams that at the odds they're at, you might as well throw some money down on. Number 1, the Bucks. You cannot discount Tom Brady, returning champion. The Cardinals, the Cowboys, look really, really good.
Yep.
And so, there's some bargains in there. And who was the 3rd team there in the mid-tier?
You got the Ravens +1,000, the Rams +850,
Rams.
Packers.
Yeah. Oh, so Packers, sorry. Yeah. Look, besides the first game, you discount the first game with Aaron Rodgers basically saying, hey, look, I've been in this game a long time. Every once in a while you lay an egg, but this is a really good team. And then he comes out now and says, hey, this season's reminiscent of a season I remember in 2010. Guys like that don't come out and just say this kind of things. And he knows the psychology of his team, but he also is a realist and he knows the talent of his team. And he was so confident after laying an egg in week 1. And then he backed it up week after week after week. That is a great team to bet on right now. The Bucks are a great team. The Cardinals, knowing the history of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, how can you not take that bargain? But then you have to throw in the Cardinals and the Cowboys just because of the way they're performing. But
the Cowboys are the team so far out the gate. Obviously, the Cardinals has impressed me. Offense, defense, special teams. Cowboys, maybe the curse was really lifted when Jerry Jones let Jimmy Johnson into like the Dallas Cowboy Ring of Fame finally after all these years. Maybe that curse was finally lifted because they look pretty damn good, man. That defense looks better than it has in about 10, 15 years. The offense with Dak firing all cylinders. Zeke's look well. So they stay healthy. Those are the cream of the crop teams. The Ravens can maybe sneak in. They get, some help offensively if Bateman does his thing. But I think those are the teams. David, Have fun at the game tomorrow. Make some money. You're in a state where you can go out there and make some bets. Everybody can check out David at David Meltzer on all social media platforms. Got a TV show out right now on Bloomberg TV, so you can check that out as well. And we're going to wrap up week 7 on the Money Talk Show. David, any last words before we head out?
Yeah, make your money talk, man. You are 3-0 against me in betting. And if you want to throw some coin down on the Giants, I'm here for you, buddy. We can bet whatever you like. If you want to go to the Super Bowl, maybe you put up 10 grand.
I already won the Super Bowl ticket,
no,
man. I already told my wife.
Oh,
I already told my wife it's locked and loaded. I got to figure out. I'll pay for the airfare. I'll pay for my food while I'm out there. But the ticket's already secured. That bag has been secured. I'm your +1. Jake, your son, they all get pushed to the side. I'm making it out this year. I've never been there.
I'm calling your wife. I'm throwing $5,000 cash to your wife to say that you have to stay home.
No. She'll give you the $5,000. She'll give you the $5,000 cash. It's my birthday. I know your birthday's in January, right around my birthday, so it's happening. You can come visit us at the Sharp app or the Super Bowl out in LA. We gotta go see Snoop and the boys out there. So everybody have a good weekend. This has been the Money Talk Show, and everybody let your money talk this weekend. Let's make some money. Have a good weekend. We're out of here.
Peace.